Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Shanita from Tribe of Seven, Nature's Beauty, and I'm coming on tonight to introduce myself to you all. This reading is specifically for all of my fire signs. What I bring is clarity concerning your mental health, your emotional health, and your spiritual health. I'm here to bring enlightenment and a little bit of wisdom and guidance to help keep you on a straight and narrow path, or those intuitive nudges that you're getting. I'm here to bring some clarity to those intuitive nudges and to help give you a little bit more focus and direction if you might be wavering or on an up and down roller coaster in terms of your emotions, your spiritual growth, mentally. On my channel here, you're going to find clarity in regards to those things. I'm not here to give you information in regards to those things that you already know. There's many good readers that are on YouTube where you can find things that will go into those types of details. But for me, I want to give you some clarity about the things that you're unsure of and to help bring some balance as you move along. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying out the cards. Again, this is for all of my fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So let's start off with the Moonology deck. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. Let's see where your energy is at right now. So from this point on, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll just be showing you all the cards. I'm going to take a step back so that we can just focus on the reading now. But I hope everybody is doing well. Ooh, y'all see that? It went right into the fire. So y'all are on fire. And this says a new romantic cycle is about to begin. So hopefully you all can see that. A new romantic cycle begins. So there's definitely something new that's coming into balance in regards to your love life. And that card almost flew into my candle. So I'm thinking that this thing is very passionate and steamy. With you all being fire signs, you definitely have a natural... it's like a moth to a flame. You know, fire signs are definitely very passionate people, very creative, action-oriented. This says you're very close to achieving your goal. So whatever it is that you have been working on, I believe that this might be in regards to this relationship, or this can be outside of the relationship. And this also says emotions are running high. So I feel like I sense that this reading may be going into the direction of love tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the flow of the reading, and we'll see what comes up. Let's see what's at the bottom of this deck. Prosperity lies ahead. So for my fire signs, you can definitely look forward to a prosperous future, abundance. And of course, as we know, abundance comes in many different ways, not just financially. But it's always good to know that you have infinite abundance financially, as well as infinite abundance when it comes to your peace, your happiness, your love life. You want to keep those things going. So I do see that a new romantic cycle is beginning between you and someone else. This could be, oh my goodness, this relationship is a destined relationship. So this new romantic cycle that's coming into balance is now, it feels like it is divine timing that's in place right now. I'm seeing that you are very close to achieving your goals. So this romantic connection is getting ready to come together very soon. And it's one that's being divinely guided. I feel like your emotions are definitely running high when it comes to this person. The two of you seem to have very a very strong bond with one another. One that's going to bring balance into both of your lives. I feel like both of you have a lot to offer to the relationship. You have a lot to offer one another, and it's going to be a balanced relationship. Let's see. But emotions are definitely running high. Okay. So material and spiritual prosperity. So when we see here, you're very close to achieving your goal. You're very close to getting that material and spiritual prosperity that you have been working towards. So with the material prosperity, if there's a project that you've been working on, maybe a new business venture that you've began, or this can be dealing with getting promotions, moving up higher on the ladder at your workplace. in your career. But this is definitely, you're getting close to achieving that goal. So you're moving higher. I feel like you're raising, you're elevating. And let's see, with the emotions running high here, I feel like this is taking you into a space of happiness and peace. Emotions are running high. You got the card of shadow here. Let me see. That says shadow. So you have the card of shadow here. So with the emotions running high, I feel like there's some shadow work that you've been doing lately where you've had to face those darker sides of yourself. And you've taken a good look at those toxic thoughts and emotions that you might need to purge or get certain lessons from. But I definitely see that it has you in a space where your emotions are running high. These things that you have to face at this point in your life, you're gaining some more clarity about that person that you might have suppressed, or that person, those, I wouldn't even say that person, but those issues that you suppressed within you. Those issues that you kept hidden, that you kept in the dark, you're now facing them. You're now shining the light on them. And I feel like you're coming into a completion of this cycle. So you might have been in a cycle recently. For my fire signs, you all might have been in a cycle maybe for the past few years of your life, the past few months, but this has definitely been a cycle where the emotions have been running high for you. And it's put you in a space where you've had to face some of those dark places that's within you. But you're at the end of that. I see a completion happening here with 8 plus 1 equaling out to 9. 9 is the number of completion. You're completing a cycle here, and it's propelling you forward. So you're finding balance. I feel like you're finding balance within yourself, and it's allowing you to actually draw in and connect with this partner who is clearly destined for you, because you go from the 9 of the number 9, okay? You go from the number 9 to the number 10 here, destiny. So you're definitely elevating, you're definitely climbing the ladder of your growth here, and you're finding some emotional balance, I feel like, between your masculine and your feminine self, your yin and your yang. That positive side, that light side of yourself, and that darker side of yourself. There is a balance that is being that's being brought into your life at this point in time, and your emotions are definitely running high, but it's leading you closer to your destiny. You have the crown chakra coming out, so this is the chakra that deals with spirituality. It's located at the crown of the head. If you all know about the chakras, especially being in the spiritual world, knowing about energy, the chakras are all energetic centers. We are all energy. Everything that exists is energy, just moving at different speeds, or different at a more rapid pace, or a slower pace, but we're all energy. And so the crown chakra deals with that connection that you have to the Most High, that connection that you have to the divine, that connection that you have to the universe and everything that exists around you. And so because you have found that connection, I feel like you found that balance when it comes to that connection with the Most High, as well as finding that balance of becoming more grounded. Because with material and spiritual prosperity, I see a lot of red in this card, and with him standing overlooking water and overlooking trees and greenery and the sun there, that's showing me that you are connecting with nature. There's a part of you that has found balance and stability. You found balance and stability and harmony there. So maybe you like to go out and sit amongst water. Maybe you live around water, or you like to sun gaze, or you go outside and just breathe in the air, do some deep breathing exercises. But there's something that you're doing that's keeping you grounded and connected with those things that exist around you, as well as the Most High. So I feel like you have fully embodied and encompassed everything that's necessary for you to bring that balance into your life now. And this is why you're able to draw in this connection with this new romantic cycle beginning in your life. So this is definitely taking you to a space of movement and choices and new beginnings. So you're going to be making a lot of decisions, planning things. But these plans that you're making, you're in a more balanced space in order to make these decisions, in order to make decisions that are for your highest good. I feel like that work that you have done, that shadow work that you have done, it's brought you into a space where you see things a lot more clearly, and you're looking at your circumstances with more spiritual eyes, and it's allowing you to balance that spirituality and that practicality, balancing those things that deal with you on a more mental and spiritual level, and also balancing those things that you need to take action towards when it comes to in the material realm. So let's see what else we get here. I'm going to pull some other cards from my other deck, just to see a little bit about what's going on with your romantic cycle with this person that you may be that you are going to be meeting with, this person who is your destiny. So let's see. I got the card of wisdom that flew out here. So with wisdom, this is taking that knowledge that you have gained, those lessons that you have acquired all of your life, and you're definitely taking it as a compass, as a guide, to steer you along in your journey. So you hold those lessons with high regard. I feel like you place a lot of value on the lessons that you've gained in life, and it's prepared you to leave the nest. It has prepared you to leave what you used to consider to be a foundation for you. I feel like you've outgrown that space, and there's a need for you to take those lessons, that knowledge and that wisdom that you have gained, that insight, and make change in your life. There's a need for you to take that wisdom with you and to head into a different direction towards your future, though, towards happiness, towards the sun. So there might be some people that you find yourself, separating from. And I feel like you're doing it in a loving manner, but I feel that there's a need for you to expand, to broaden your horizons, to take the leap of faith. And, you may have to pack light. You definitely don't want to take a lot of baggage with you. So I feel like you've already, you know what and who you want to take with you on this journey. And I feel like the main component for you, for my fire signs, is taking that wisdom and that knowledge, those life lessons that you have gained, and you're going to use it as your compass, as your light to guide you where it is that you need to go, because you have the card of wisdom. So I feel like you all definitely have come into a space of wisdom. You have the dog here, so that signifies loyalty. So I feel like you are definitely loyal to your newfound beliefs. You're loyal to this new way of perceiving life. You're loyal to learning. I don't feel like you're stagnant or like you're going to stay stuck. I feel like you've opened yourself up to becoming this sponge that's ready to take on the world with not only the lessons that you've gained, but the lessons that you're going to gain moving forward in the future. I feel like you're moving forward courageously. And you're not worried about being alone. You're not worried about starting this moving towards your destiny alone. I feel like you're at peace with that. You found peace within yourself. And so you're definitely moving towards victory and success because of what you have done, the work that you've done, the healing that you have done. And I feel like you've traveled far. You've gone through a very long journey, a very long, tedious journey. And now that you've made it here to this point, this new season that you're heading into has brought you into a space of balance. And you're ready to come and you're ready to show the world. With him being at the edge of this cliff with a trumpet, it's like you're sounding off. You're ready to speak your truth. Your throat chakra has been activated, and you're ready to come forward and to let the world know, I've traveled, I've made it through the journey, and now I'm ready to come forward and shine the light, that light that has been brought to you because of this journey. You want to take that light and you want to spread the good news. So there's something here where you're making plans and decisions that's going to bring a lot of victory and success. The plans and the decisions and the movement, the choices that you're getting ready to make that's going to take you into this new path is going to bring you a lot of victory and success. And you have the card of firm foundations. So you definitely have a good structure, a good solid structure that's going to bring longevity. So financially, you're going to have longevity there. concerning this relationship, there's longevity here, because I see that this is a lot of purple, or I can't, is it lavender they call the spiritual eyes. Third eye chakra is more of a lavender purplish type of color, but I'm seeing that surrounding this connection, and it just so happens to be laying right next to my amethyst. So I feel like there's definitely a spiritual nature about this connection that you have. This person is coming towards you, and it's like I said, it's a destined one. I feel like both of you have a lot of wisdom and knowledge to impart here, and this person, they wouldn't be coming towards you unless the two of you was matching each other's energy. So I feel like they're coming to you with a certain amount of wisdom. You're going towards them with a certain amount of wisdom, and there's something here that the two of you was destined to create with each other that's actually going to bring about a lot of material and spiritual prosperity, and it might be something of a spiritual nature, whatever that means for you. So let me pull a couple of more cards here, then I'm going to move on to, okay, perfect, move on to see what's going on with your relationship. So this is the perfect card. You have a spiritual union here. That's what I was just saying. I feel like this relationship is definitely one that is more of a spiritual nature. The two of you have this strong bond, this it's like you can see one another with your spiritual eyes. You see one another past the flesh. And it's like a meeting of the minds here. There's something about the two of you that just connect. It just makes sense. And there's this light and this love that just emanates from this connection, because it's one that's of a spiritual nature. It's one that's destined. And so as we know, these connections, these emotionally balanced, spiritually balanced, mentally balanced connections are coming together because they are being divinely guided. These are the connections that's actually going to bring balance not only to your personal life, not only to your partner's personal life, but also to everybody else that's around you. It's like a domino effect. The light that comes from this connection is one that shines, that lights up everything that the two of you put your hands on. You know, because as individuals, you've already found your own light as an individual. And so now it's time to take that light and that wisdom and those life lessons that you've gained, and you're getting ready to merge them with someone who has also traveled a long journey. But now the two of you are matching energies. The two of you have healed. The two of you have reached a certain place in your lives where you're ready to bring balance into this connection. So let's go ahead and pull from my other deck so I can see what's going on with your connection. What is going on with the spiritual union? But I definitely do feel that you have done some major shadow work. You have definitely done some major shadow work that has brought you to a space of victory and success. I feel like whatever life lessons you needed to get through before you move into this next season or this next cycle of your life, you've put in the work to actually to be successful at that, to be victorious. And so now you're getting ready to reap the harvest of the seeds that you have sown. And part of that harvest definitely includes this divine partnership. So, I see that you have the Four of Pentacles coming out. And with the Four of Pentacles, this is showing me that someone here is definitely holding on tight to this connection. They are, I feel like this is you holding on tight to this connection that you have with this person. And you definitely hold them with a certain amount of value. I feel like you place them on a pedestal to a degree. You're not letting them go. But there's something here that's off balance. And this is why you have the balance scales coming out with this card. A new romantic cycle begins. Because before, there was something off balance about this connection with the Justice card coming out in reverse. So that shows me that the scales were not balanced in the relationship. Someone was not giving equally, whether it was on an emotional, spiritual, or physical level. There was not equal give and take in the relationship. And I also feel that this might also be in regards to communication as well. But I do see that in spite of what has happened with the connection, you have taken your power back. This is the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands definitely represents Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the fire signs. So it's showing me that you are standing in your truth. You're standing in your light. You're feeling confident about yourself. You're feeling proud of your accomplishments. You're feeling good. You're recognizing that you have the power to create whatever it is that you want to create, as long as you believe and have the faith in manifesting it. I feel like you're sitting in your power. You're very attractive. You're probably drawing in a lot of attention, and you're glowing right now. You're definitely glowing. Your intuition is sharp. It's on point. And you're holding on to this relationship, though. Even though you're in a good space emotionally, you're holding on to the relationship. And I feel like you're hoping for some balance to be restored to this relationship. You're hoping to restore balance, but at the same time, you're still very much so focused on yourself and those things that bring you happiness and joy. So there's a need to definitely stay in that headspace in spite of how quickly the relationship moves. There's a need for you to stay in a positive headspace so that you can continue to attract a positive outcome. So then you have here the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So I feel like some of you are in a space right now with the Eight of Cups. I feel like you're in a space where you're about ready to walk away. You're ready to walk away from this connection because I think even though you can see that you're definitely very passionate about this person and you do care about them a lot, you have been holding on to the connection, there's a part of you that is feeling the need to move into a different direction and to walk towards the sunlight. I hope you all can see these cards okay. But you see the sunlight over there is coming up. So I feel like you've been in a dark space in this relationship and you've made the decision to destroy some things that no longer serve you concerning this relationship, because in this bowl there's fire in this bowl. And so with the sun just now coming up in the horizons, it's showing me that you have been in a dark space, but you've decided to take your power back. And so this is almost a reminder to me, like if you want to release something or free yourself from something, to write it down and to burn it. So I feel like that's what she's doing. She's decided to write down all of those things that no longer serve her. So I feel like, this is your energy. There's something, you're walking away from it. But there's still that passion that burns within you over this person. You still think about them a lot. But I feel like with the Ace of Wands coming out in reverse, this person is not taking action towards you. And so you've decided that you're not going to take action towards them. And I think that part of you wanting to walk away, it deals with you really emotionally removing yourself from the situation. You may not have to do anything to physically walk away from this person, because I feel like you might not be communicating with them. But I think on an emotional level, you felt the need to free yourself from, maybe you felt like it was like mental bondage that you was in, because you might have been overthinking about this person. Like I said, there's a lot of fire here. So there's a lot of passion between the two of you. And quite naturally there would be, because this is a destined relationship. And so there is that strong pull, that strong magnetism that you feel with this person. This card says emotions are running high. So I feel like the two of you are being called towards each other, because again, this is all about divine timing. And so now is the time for this connection to start coming together. So you're going to start to feel each other more energetically. And I feel like you had to cut yourself free from the mental bondage that you felt like you was in, because you was constantly thinking about this person. And so, I feel like you're doing the right thing in that regards, because it's giving you some peace of mind, whatever you have to do to release yourself. Because one thing that you don't want to do is to be in a space of stress or obsessive thoughts where you can't get the person off of your mind. You're losing sleep. This is the card of the Nine of Swords. That's the card of losing sleep. As you can see, she got the pillow. The pillow is outside in the grass. She can only dream of getting comfortable in her bed, because you can see the outline of the bed there. I don't know if you all can see that, but there's all of these black birds that's flocking around her. So that indicates a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of negative thought patterns, a lot of fear, maybe nightmares, and all of these things, anxiety. This card came out in reverse. So that's just from what I was saying. You're walking away on an emotional level, I feel, from this relationship, because it kept you in a space of anxiety, maybe depression, not getting sleep, like I said, and you was definitely missing this person, constantly thinking about, when are they going to come towards you? When are you going to receive this 10 of Cups where you can have that family life with this person and bring this connection together? I feel like you've been waiting on them, but both of these cards also came out in reverse. So that shows me that you're no longer just sitting there waiting for this person to come towards you. You've decided to take control of your life and to take your happiness back. And so part of that includes you getting into a better space mentally. You're definitely moving towards your financial goals. There's something that's coming towards you that's going to bring you a lot of financial success. So there's a need to keep on focusing in on that. But you have the Knight of Pentacles here. This person is coming towards you, but they are moving very slow. The Knight of Pentacles, definitely, he gets all of his stuff in order. He's the type of knight that's going to, excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry, I have my music playing in the background. But the Knight of Swords is the knight that's going to come towards you with financial security. He's going to come towards you with emotional security. He's going to be that protector, that provider. Whatever it is that he brings, he's going to put in the work. He's going to put in the work before he comes towards you so that he can make sure he can bring in that solid, stable offer that's going to bring about longevity to the relationship. So this person is coming towards you, but they're moving in slow. And so that's why I feel that maybe you was in a space where you was running impatient with the situation. And like I said, there wasn't injustice in the relationship for the Justice card to come out in reverse. And so I can see that there was some negativity surrounding this connection that probably caused the two of you to cut the connection off, at least for a time. But you're coming back together. So you have the Six of Cups here. The Six of Cups represents an energy of reconciliation, bringing the connection back together. It represents fond memories of someone. This could be someone from your past. Definitely this is someone from your past. Or this is, I also see this card as being someone from a past life. Because like I said, this is a spiritual union. So this definitely is someone that you feel strongly connected to, almost as if you've known them from a past life. It's a connection where you have that bond that just does not ever go away. So I can see that the two of you, this person wants to grow old with you. They want to create more good and fond memories with you, because the memories that they have of you is definitely very happy memories. I feel like you bring this person a lot of happiness into their life, and they miss your connection. They miss the love that the two of you share. That's too many cards, y'all. So let's see. I want to look into what advice I can give you. I'm going to use my other deck for that. But let's see where this may be going. I feel like we've already clarified that from the beginning. You all are getting ready to have a new romantic start with this person. So I just want to get a couple of cards in regards to, let's see, how are they feeling about you right now? How are they feeling? So they are feeling like the Fool. They want to take the leap of faith towards you. This is also the card of Aries. So this person is ready to take action towards you. And with her holding that amethyst there, I see this person definitely listening to their intuition now. They're feeling, they're allowing their intuition to guide them. I feel like this person is falling deeper in love with you, and there's something very magical about this connection where they just want to fall into it with you. They, let's see. Yeah, this person, they might have been in a space in the past where they was very, they couldn't decide what they wanted. They might have been picking and choosing. They might have had to choose. Maybe at one point they chose their career over you. Maybe they chose their family or their friends or a specific thing. There was something else where they was kind of picking and choosing. It could have been another person. But this is the card of having many choices, many options with the Seven of Cups. But the thing about the Seven of Cups is that not all of these options are realistic. Not all of them are actually viable. Not all of these offers are going to bring you happiness, success, peace, joy. Some of them are going to give you some surprises that you don't want. So not all of the options that this person had, they recognize the fact that it was not going to bring them fulfillment. They recognize and see you. They see you and they see you alone. And I also feel like this person, because you're operating in that Queen of Wands energy, they know that a lot of people are seeing you. A lot of people are noticing you now. A lot of people are attracted to you, and you are standing tall. You're standing in your power, and you're doing it unapologetically. Like, you're standing in your power, and yeah, I feel like you know that you deserve this victory and this success. But there's definitely some recognition that's going to be coming in for my fire signs as well. But it's definitely going to be recognition from this person in particular. They have decided that you are the person that brings them that happiness. And I feel like there's a level of stress that's been happening on their end. Even though you have come out of that space of stress, I feel like they are in a place of stress right now. And I think it's because you're more focused on yourself. With the Eight of Pentacles coming out, you see how she, has her back turned, but she's content. She has her candle in her hand, so she's creating things for herself. She has her herbs, her books, the moon cycles up there. So she's definitely creating something. So I feel like you all are in a space of creativity. And you're moving forward with a lot of passion and a lot of fire. And this is the Seven of Pentacles. This is looking back over the things that you have created, the seeds that you have planted. And like I said before earlier in the reading, I feel like you all have planted some very good seeds. And so the harvest that you're getting ready to receive is going to be very abundant. And so you're focused on creating things for yourself right now. And I think this person is feeling maybe a little abandoned because of that. I think that they're looking at the fact that there's a lot of competition. They're looking at the fact that they hurt you in the past and that they saw you, they kind of, treated you as an option at one point. And so they had to take a good look at themselves because they realized that they did hurt you. And now I feel like, that karma has come back around to where this person is actually missing the connection. Now they're missing your energy because you turned your back on the connection in order to focus on yourself, in order to create something for yourself, in order to plant seeds that's going to bring you happiness and harvest. You didn't want to focus on the negativity because these types of nights for you, being up late, stressing about the relationship, it didn't bring you any happiness, of course. And you understood that it was unhealthy. So you decided to redirect your attention towards something that's actually going to bring about a level of harvest and success for you. So let me go ahead and pull a couple of cards in terms of the potential outcome. And then I'm going to pull from my other deck very quickly for advice on a more mental and spiritual level, and then I'm going to close out. And I appreciate everyone that likes and subscribes, especially when my videos resonate with you. And you can also check the link down below. I will be leaving options for private readings if you're interested in a personal read. So then you have the King of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles is an indicator that this person wants to provide. This person wants to be a provider. And I'm saying he because this is a masculine energy, but it can be a male or female. Take it how it resonates. But this person wants to be a provider in your life. They're coming in with that wisdom. They're coming in with that loyalty, with the dog sitting there. And I feel like this person is open emotionally. Their heart chakra is open. They are ready to give to this relationship. And I feel like they've been holding on to you for quite some time now. They've been thinking about you. You've been on their mind a lot when they're just kind of sitting back, just, doing their own thing. Even when they're working, I feel like you're on their mind all the time. But it's bringing happy thoughts to this person. I feel like in spite of what they have going on around them, there's something about your energy and the thoughts of you that brings them peace, calmness, relax, and puts them in a place of relaxation. And I feel like this person is also very well read, very intelligent, very in tune with themselves, and very grounded, very laid back and down to earth. So I feel like this is somebody that you're going to have a connection with. But you have the card of strength here. So this person is definitely, they're trying to find the strength to come forward, the courage to come towards you, because I feel like you have embodied this. You have embodied your own power. I feel like you're sitting in that emperor energy. Even though that card has not come out, I feel like it would if I did pull a little bit more, but you're definitely sitting in your power. And this person, they see your strength. And there's a sense of protection here with this land being down here. I feel like there's a nature about you that's very nurturing, but there's also another side about you that's very ferocious and fierce and ready to take action towards what you want, with that lion being there. And this person, they definitely want to come towards you because they can tell that you have pulled back emotionally. This is the Queen of Cups in reverse. So with the Queen of Cups in reverse, I feel like you've pulled your emotions back from this person. And as much as you love them, it's like you had to muster up the strength to withdraw yourself. But this person sees you as being their Queen of Cups. That's why they value you so much. They know that you're very loving and nurturing. You're very emotionally balanced. And you love with your whole heart. You're very transparent, and you have this strong connection with the Most High. You have the strong connection with the things that exist around you. And this brings warmth to this person's heart. And so they want to have the strength to come towards you and to bring this relationship into the fruition. So I do see you all headed towards this connection, and I see it being a beautiful one. So let me go ahead. I'm going to close out with some advice concerning your mental and spiritual space, just to keep you on track so that you can keep on focusing in on those things that serve you for your highest good, and that's going to serve this connection and your business and your purpose and everything else. So let's see. You have the card of creativity coming forward. So this is definitely you stepping into that creative nature and using that creativity that's within you. It's like you've connected to nature, you've connected to everything that exists around you, and you understand that creativity is in all things, including within you. It's like you have activated that creative nature that's within you. And I feel like this definitely came from you getting more grounded, finding that that balance is taking you into that place of material and spiritual prosperity. So there's something that you're working on, something that you're creating, something that's being born inside of you, something that's being birthed within you. Because I almost feel like this is like the Empress energy at the same time. So you're very abundant right now. So you definitely stay in that space, stay grounded. Yeah, you're in a place of sharing. So you have a lot to give. Like I just said, you're very abundant. So as you can see, she has this platter of fruit, and this light that's shining within you, that's very bright. But she's very abundant, and she's in a position where she has more than enough to give to herself and more than enough to give to other people. So definitely staying in that space, having the strength to stay in that space of creativity and to stay focused and to continue to plan, because you're moving towards a new beginning in your life. And so you want to continue to keep that light within you shining. So you want to stay energized. You want to keep those chakras aligned. You want to keep your connection close to the Most High. You definitely want to stay grounded and connected to the earth and the nature and things that exist around you. And this is you flowering. So this is you becoming more abundant. All of these cards that I've pulled thus far speaks on you just blossoming and becoming your higher self. And they're all very colorful. So I feel like right now you're in a very colorful place in your life. You're feeling playful. You're feeling creative. You're balanced, with the white and black hair. That's like that yin and yang energy. You're keeping yourself protected. I feel like you're establishing healthy boundaries for yourself now. And you're just definitely, you're glowing. So if you're not doing any of those things, which I highly doubt, then the advice here that I suggested that you go ahead and do those things for yourself. But I feel like you're already in that good space. Just stay balanced. And definitely be patient when it comes to this connection, because I know as fire signs, we tend to love that instant gratification, because I am a fire sign myself. But there's a need to be patient because the connection is coming together. And you also have the card of past lives. So like I said, with this being a spiritual union, this is one that is spiritual in nature. And this is definitely someone who I see as being from your past life. This is a past life connection. So, just know that this relationship is one where the two of you had to break free from some chains in your past. This could be the way that you was raised to think. This could be your religious beliefs. This could be your career. This could be your family. There's some chains that had to be broken. With the rebel coming out, there's something that the two of you had to break free from in order to come towards one another. So if you consider that this person was chained down, they was anchored down, they was weighed down, then you have to consider that they can't just come towards you right away. So you might have made a connection with this person, and you felt very strongly, a very strong pull towards this person, but something took place that withdrew the relationship, or maybe this person has kept you on a ping pong back and forth, for many years now, because I did see the card of past memories here. But there was something that this person had to break free from, and this could be a mental enslavement that they was in. Whatever it was, they've become the rebel, and they've broken the chains. They've broken free from it. They've released themselves from it. And I feel like you have also released yourself. You have become the rebel in your own life, and that's why you're able to take charge of your life now, and you're able to steer your own ship now. And so the two of you have had to break free from old chains and old things that kept you bound mentally, spiritually, or physically. And that's why now you're able to come towards each other. But just imagine, if you've been chained to something for many years of your life, you're not going to be able to just get up and start taking off just like that. There's a level of strength that you have to regain in order to be able to move, in order to be able to move towards wherever it is that you're going. So this person has to regain their focus. Just like you had to go through that process, that shadow work that had to be done, where you had to release some old things that no longer served you. I feel like this person is right behind you. And so there's a need for you to be patient with the process. Know that this is a spiritual union, and all of those things that you've been feeling is very real. This person feels the same way about you. So don't exhaust yourself